Just in case you missed last week's Bronx Sports, time to catch up with us here on UTPA The Sideline. I'm Ben Ozuna.
And I'm Vanessa Ramos, and thank you for joining us on today's show.
Oh yes, we have a very great show for you guys today. Josh Cleveland, the forward for the UTPA men's basketball team, is with us today in this week's installment of Superstar Spotlight, along with Jonah Goldberg, the Assistant Athletic Director Communication for UTPA, to see how well the men's baseball team is doing.
But first, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's segment of Man on the Street. We have baseball, we have basketball, but where's football? That's what many UTPA students would like to know. This week, one of the most frequently asked questions was, would you like UTPA to have a football team? We went ahead and sent a camera crew to answer these questions just for you. Let's see what they have to say.
I think it'd be a good idea considering a lot of people do like football. I think it'd be good.
No.
No.
Okay.
I don't think we should. Like she said, I don't think it would be very good. I think we're stronger in basketball, all the other athletics, in baseball, all the other athletics.
Yes, because I feel like football is such an American sport and like.
Which one? Football? I don't know. I'm forgetting right now. No, it's the other football. The one you throw the ball. Yeah, US like NFL football. Yeah.
To have a football team and go to the events, to go to the football games, to support them and everything. I think it's a really great idea. I think they should do it as soon as possible so they can get more even people like from other states to come to these universities, and maybe the football would attract them as well.
I think it'd be great if Pan Am had a football team. We would have greater student involvement. There'd be a lot, to look forward to on Saturday afternoons, Saturday evenings. I think it'd be wonderful.
Most colleges get most of their funding and most of their team and school spirit from football activities. Basketball is good and baseball is good, but neither one of them have the strength of camaraderie and tailgating and all of the other neat things that happen whenever you have a football team.
Our next segment is our weekly Superstar Spotlight, where we interview a student athlete to get to know them a little better. We now join Marcos Garcia in our studios in this week's Superstar Spotlight. How's it going, Marco?
Hey guys, welcome to the Spotlight. I'm here with Josh Cleveland, who is a junior moving forward with the men's basketball team. Thank you for being with us here today, Josh.
Thank you for having me today.
So tell us, where are you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas. Actually, I'm A-Leaf, Houston, Texas. That's about 5 hours from here.
Wow, 5 hours from here. So when did your passion for basketball start?
Passion for basketball actually started my senior year. I actually started playing my sophomore year though, but the love for the game really took off my senior year, so I think, that was about it.
So how has participating in athletics helped you as a student here at Pan Am?
As a student, it's actually motivated me to push harder with my grades. Grades weren't that big a deal with me, but I came to love a sport, so to play it, you have to have, good grades. So that's pretty much what motivated me on and off the court.
So you talk about grades and stuff. How do you manage to, you're a student, obviously. How do you manage to incorporate athletics with your social life, on top of being a student?
As a basketball player, I mainly hang out with my teammates, so that's basically my social life right there. I do have friends in and outside of class. I hang out with them whenever I get a chance to, but they understand I'm very busy with basketball, and sometimes we're not here, so it's hard to manage it.
That's tough. How are there any challenges that you faced that have made you a stronger person with athletics or anything?
I would say our hardest challenge is just being away from my family. Not normal students get like a Easter break, a Thanksgiving break, but we're like either on the road having games or we're here on campus, so it's been tough without them, but this actually influenced me to adjust to the life without them.
Yeah. So let's talk about the good stuff now. What are some positives that have come out of being involved in athletics?
Definitely the travel. We get to travel a lot of places, play different teams, and I've seen a lot of places that I just never thought I would as a kid. So
Yeah.
that's definitely a big positive of me.
So you talk about going to all these places. You probably have a most memorable moment. What's one of the most memorable moments you've had being involved in athletics?
Getting to go to LA, definitely. Yeah, I got to go to Hollywood, see the campus of UCLA, which I am a big fan of UCLA. Don't keep that on the low. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Josh, for being a part of today's show. Again, we wish you the best of luck, and everybody give it up. Josh Cleveland, everybody. I'm Marcos Garcia with this week's segment of Superstar Spotlight. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Well, on our last segment for today's show, we will be featuring an interview with our very own Jonah Goldberg, who is the announcer for our very own Bronx basketball and baseball teams that take place here on campus. He is also the radio correspondent for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers team. We caught up with him today to find out more about the baseball team and what we can expect for this upcoming season.
Athletics is the main marketing tool of most universities. It's really the most visible thing because you can turn on the sports every day, whether it's on TV or in the newspaper or on the radio, and you're going to hear something or see something that's Bronx related, and you're going to always hear UTPA, UTPA. When Bronx athletics teams go on the road, that's how we extend the footprint of UTPA beyond just Edinburgh and the Rio Grande Valley, but to everywhere. And now entering the Western Athletic Conference for next academic year, the Bronx win a conference tournament, then they get to go to the NCAA tournament, and if the Bronx are in the tournament, well, that means everybody in the nation might know who UTPA is the same way they got to know about Florida Gulf Coast this year. What has changed in the athletics department has been incredible. Our athletic director, Chris King, has a great vision. Our president, Dr. Nelson, and everybody that works in that athletic department has done such a great job of transforming UTPA athletics. And you know, we still have a ways to go, but we're moving in the right direction. It wouldn't surprise me, in a couple years, UTPA is going to be a serious player as a mid-major and on the national stage in some sports. UTPA has had success in athletics before. We've been to a College World Series. We've been to postseason tournaments. And there's no reason why we can't do that again. Well, I just hope that we see a lot of students out at our games. You know, it's always helpful when there's a big student presence. Our student athletes love it. They're your peers, they're your friends, they're your classmates, your roommates, your hallmates. And, you know, I would hope that everybody would go out and support them on the field, because when they go out there, they're not playing for themselves. They're not playing for the future. They're not playing for the people in the athletic department. They're playing for UTPA. The name on the front of that jersey, they are representing every single person at this school. So the least we can do is support them.
So there you have it. Even though we don't have a football program in our school, doesn't mean we're lacking in athletics. We're still a fairly young college. I mean, we were founded in 1927. So in my opinion, I think we've only just begun. Well, I'd say that about does it for us here in this week's edition of UTPA Sidelines. I'm Ben Ozuna.
And I'm Vanessa Ramos. And be sure to join us next week, where we will be discussing more important topics from our student body. From all of us here at UTPA Sidelines, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bronc on!